everyone. So, today, True Companion is here to talk about self esteem. Self esteem, which is really very important in one's personality to achieve successful life and to have happiness in your life, right? So, there are many achievements that we make on day-to-day basis in our workplace, at our home, and we don't acknowledge ourselves with that I have achieved this, and we don't really feel excited but rather nervous and anxious sometimes that do I deserve this. There is questions that keep bothering ki, whether am I capable and whether did I really did this. So I want you to pause this and just give a moment of thinking to this, that did this ever happen to you. So this happens due to lack of self-esteem, lack of high self-esteem. Self-esteem is like calcium that is required to nurture our teeth and bones. We wouldn't be dying with the lack of calcium, but we definitely require them. So we wouldn't be dying of the self-esteem, but we require to live a full-fledged happily life. It's about fighting for your right to happiness. We all have a basic right to be happy. So there are few things that if we take into consider, we could really have a good life and a good self-esteem. First is mindset. So you need to have a correct mindset and you need to live your life consciously. Question yourself like how am I feeling at the moment? Why I am feeling this way? And do my actions match my feelings? There are times when we think the other person is angry, like for example you see a friend frowning at you and maybe you interpreted from his facial expression that he is angry and you avoided him. But what if he is in trouble, or maybe there is something that he is worried of and your presence could have helped him. So if you would have a positive mindset in this situation, you would have helped him. So, a positive mindset towards life and towards whatever things you are doing is really very important. Then comes self acceptance and self responsibility. With self acceptance, you learn to accept yourself as who you are and value yourself. You do not need to be pretending to be someone else. It's just that you need to be comfortable with your soul and your body. And with self responsibility, I mean, is you need to take responsibility for your own behavior. If there are times that we blame others, that he is the one who's making me angry or his actions are causing me trouble, but rather we should look inside and see what's going within us and take responsibility our own self. Because remember, it's not someone else's job to make us happy. It belongs to us, our own self. So there is one thing I want you to do. Just pause this for a moment and say it loud. I have a right to exist. Don't think, just do it and say, I have a right to exist. If you're comfortable saying this, it's very good, really great. But if you have questions at the back of your mind, you have doubts, then you need to understand that this is because your mind is creating an obstacle, making you believe about this and creating doubts. You actually need to stand up and express yourself and behave according to your values, your beliefs that you actually believe in. Each time you stand up and express yourself, you strengthen your sense of self esteem. Openly be who you are, and to practice self assertiveness, you need that conviction that your beliefs are important and have a great value. So, there are times when we feel very inactive and restless, and we want to start something. We just say, ki, "ठीक है, let's wait for the right time." But actually, the thing is, the right time is now. And by saying waiting for the right time, you are just delaying your goals. So goals is also very important, and it's important to take responsibility for your goals. You should ask yourself, where do you want to go actually, what you want in your life. Boost yourself with small goals, like you can set up daily goals or weekly goals. Make promises to yourself that I will do this, and after that if you achieve them, give yourself a reward, maybe a chocolate or maybe a movie. This would boost up your self esteem, and a sense of achievement will be there in yourself. And if you are a parent or a teacher hearing to this, then you should understand that you have the utmost important in developing a child's self esteem. So, the study suggests that parental factors such as social class, money, education, and geography didn't actually contribute to a child's self esteem, but rather the quality of the relationship did. You need to be accepting your child's thought and feelings so that he or she learns that they are valid and they are valuable. You yourself should demonstrate high quality of self-esteem so that your children could set you as your role model. This may seem a lot, but it is really crucial for a child's development. If parents cause their children to believe that something is wrong with them, the low self esteem will quickly take root. So, if you're having problems with your self esteem to the point where it is hurting your life, it's high time to consult someone and talk to someone professional. Because lower self esteem can take away your chance of lasting happiness and cause you to harm physically, emotionally, and even financially. So, the first step is to identify a source of low self esteem. For some, it could be from childhood. For some, it may be due to some incident at workplace, college, or school, things with friends. So, everyone is different, and so would be the treatment. So, here, individual counseling helps you to identify the source, and initial counseling sessions would help you understand yourself better. I hope this would have been a little help to yourself.